a singer-songwriter from San Francisco, originally from New York, and I was born in Boston. I am a full-time musician. I'm a political activist. I am a very tired person most of the time, and I'm currently in Nashville, where I just became the first trans woman to perform in an official capacity at Americana Fest, which is no small deal, and it was pretty awesome. I played in front of a house of people that I don't know if that they were expecting trans dyke to perform there, and it was pretty cool. And then I performed later on in front of an incredible crowd of folks at a performance area in a park. It was just hundreds of people just cheering me on, and I got to tell you, that feels really good. And it also absolutely exhausts me. Some of the things that we've been talking about with Art in Mind is how to balance our work and our passion with our mental health, which has been incredibly uplifting. It's actually so wonderful to have been in community over these past 2 months with so many artists who are expressing how they do that. And that is one of the reasons Art in Mind is important to me, because they're fostering an environment where we as artists can be open with each other, and where we can come together and talk about not just our work, but not just, be like, oh, I'm doing this. Do you want to see me do that? Can you help me get this thing? No, there's like a lot of holistic stuff happening, and I've learned so much just from the few online events I've taken part in and communicating with folks about other people's intersections. I've gotten a lot of wonderful feedback about the work I've been doing, which has felt so good, because oftentimes, especially right now in the pandemic, a lot of things feel incredibly isolating, and we're all trying so hard to meet each other on our own terms. And so to have this incredible feedback about the work that I'm putting out into the world has been just wonderful. I want to say that being a musician and being a creator is so giving and so healing. Something I've been talking about a lot. I was on a panel a couple of days ago, and I was asked, what makes you feel the most authentic? And the answer I had was, when I can play music for people and they say thank you. And I realized also, and I said this, that the other thing that gives me that same feeling is when I volunteer, and I do some volunteering in harm reduction and houseless services. And there's something really special that happens when you have that, not just feedback, oh my God, you were so great, just like someone being like, thank you for giving me this thing. Thank you for helping me along just for a moment. And when you can do that for a person, it gives back to you. In Judaism, we talk about tzedakah, which is like righteous deeds. And talks about there are different levels of tzedakah, and it's not just like putting coins in a box. It's helping folks. And so it's the highest form of tzedakah is when you do something for somebody and they don't even know that you did it. And I'm sure all of us are doing things for each other that we don't even know that we're doing for each other. All the time. We're all rooting for each other and in each other's corner. But there is something that happens when you do something for someone and there's an immediate personal connection with that person, and when they can give back to you what you're giving to them in a selfless way, and it helps you keep going. And last but not least, I'm just going to say that as women, as femmes, as people with different identities than mainstream, we often, especially folks who are female identifying, we often have a tendency to put our own needs before the needs of others, not because of the stereotype that we're nurturers or whatever, but because we've been conditioned to do that. We've been conditioned to, when folks who perhaps we perceive of being in power say to us, jump, I think our tendency is often to say how high. And one of the things that happens when women, femmes, female identifying people, or people who are not female but who have that intersection of being perceived as female for whatever reason, when we're in those situations, we shouldn't have to do that. But also when we're in community with each other and we can be each other's mirrors, we can lift each other up and we can help each other to perceive the aggressions that we're experiencing. It helps to normalize for us these experiences as not being okay, and for us to find ways out of that. And that's something that only happens in community with other folks like us. So I applaud Art and Mind for doing this and for putting this together. I know how much hard work they've put into this, and it's so important. It's so utterly important. So I'm going to, with that, go into a song that I wrote about queer community and about meeting people halfway. And sometimes we're not necessarily right here, but we're right here and we're going down these paths together. And as long as we've got each other's paths in our vision and the end goal in our shared vision, I believe that we can make it to the next step, to the next path, to the place where we can all find our rejuvenation. I'll leave it with that. This song is called Where the Lavender Grows. I was told that freedom comes from going through the narrowest place. We found each other on the way there, felt like some kind of mutual grace. But something's pulling us in opposite directions. You can't predict anything for sure, but if we find a way to end a share tomorrow, there's somewhere I think we should go. We've come together this far, different paces on the same road. If we stray too much apart, oh, meet me where the lavender grows. There's a stone wall facing the sunset on the field and an oak tree. If we get lost in the distance, I'll wait there till you find me. It won't be hard to get there, it's as east as you can go. On the island where I was born, just north of the South Shore. We've come together this far, different paces on the same road. If we stray too much apart, oh, meet me where the lavender grows. It could be days, it could be months, it could be weeks. Just wait for winter to fade. I'll come around in the early afternoon when the blossoms bloom in May. I'll be there every day. Well, no one really goes it alone, no matter how alone you think they are. You and me, we're like everyone else, just people trying to make a new start. We've gone through some of the hardest times that can make any distance seem true. But one day we might have the chance to stop running, and I'll be there waiting for you. We've come together this far, different paces on the same road. If we stray too much apart, oh, meet me where the lavender grows. Oh, meet Cheers, everyone.